Hey everyone, what you're about to listen to is a slice discussion from the podcast that my friend John and I do called Hi Mom. We discuss various things, but we'll usually have a main topic. This is the main topic for that episode. If you want to listen to the full episode, we are available on podcast hosting apps like Apple, Spotify, and many more. I'll leave links in the description so that you can pick and choose where you want to listen to us for the full episodes. Thank you, and enjoy. Alright, Jonathan, Season 2 of Castlevania.
Let's get to it.
Alrighty. What did you think of this season, John?
Well, last episode I had said, from what I remembered, I wasn't really a big fan of it.
Okay.
I take back my words.
Yeah? What you say?
I'm gonna eat them. Yeah. I think because the first time I watched this season, I wasn't really paying much attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
But this time I actually sat down and took my time with it and tried to digest everything that was, being shown at me. I like it for the progression. I like it for the fact that they're starting to introduce other vampire characters. Trevor starts to get upgrades to his repertoire,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not big on them, spoiler alert, at the end.
Oh, with him and... we can get to that. Or no, are you talking about Dracula?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, yeah, I guess spoiler alert, but we'll get to Dracula a little bit later.
Overall, I really like the season. It, I don't know if it hurried the story because of, again, what happened, but it definitely advanced it for me. And with the whole introduction of Carmilla into the mix, you get a big bad. And then with Hector and Isaac, I really like those characters because they're human, but they don't like humanity,
which is such a naive perspective. Well, I understand. They were abused,
yeah.
Yeah, yes, they're victims and stuff, but I don't know, to kind of turn back on everybody and say oh, you just it's I don't know. I don't like it, but I like the characters. I just think it's a little bit naive of them to be okay, more so Hector than the
Isaac.
Isaac. Yeah, I feel like I sympathize more with Isaac than I do with Hector. And in the end, I think Hector kind of just gets what he deserves. But I don't know, this notion of oh, I hate the human race, so therefore go ahead and wipe him out. I'm gonna go ahead and help in that wipeout. It's almost like they're putting themselves in on a pedestal to be haha, well, if they had, if it was at any point in the season, and maybe it was, and I missed the detail, that they had a suicide pact or something that all right, we're gonna help in the destruction of humanity, and we're gonna go with it. I think that I'm okay, all right, I get these characters. They wanna see humanity, they wanna see it wiped out, and that includes themselves. I feel it would be all right, we're gonna go in on this, but they're supposed to be the two humans that are left over after the genocide.
Well, they're not trying to kill all of humanity.
Just Wallachia.
It's just Wallachia, yeah.
I don't know, I just feel I remember Dracula telling Isaac that oh, you should be friends with Hector because when all of this is said and done, it's just gonna be you two.
Oh really? I missed that detail.
Yeah, I don't know if in this world Wallachia is the entire world for them. Are they not thinking about...
No, I doubt it, because multiple times Sifa, is it Silpha or Sifa? It's the girl listener? Magician. Yeah.
Listener?
Yeah, she references
Speaker.
Speaker, yes.
Yeah, Speaker.
she references Europe, as in like she mentions that the Belmont Library is like one of the biggest repositories of knowledge in all of Europe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe like Dracula just had like this idea that are like, all right, we're gonna start off with Wallachia, and then maybe we'll see where we go from there. Or, like we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I don't know. I mean, like it doesn't really even matter, really.
He's just Dracula. He's just mad with grief.
Yeah,
he's lashing out.
I feel like this was a step down, Jonathan.
Why?
I don't know, I just didn't really care for it. I think that, yeah, it was cool that they introduced more characters and stuff, but I feel like there was so much, like, I don't know, what's the word? Like, it's like pettiness, like internal struggles within like Dracula's cabinet, and I feel for Dracula. I feel for him. Like I get where he's coming from, and he's definitely, like you said, he's struck with grief. Like for him to actually focus on the mission, but like meanwhile, like Carmilla can just waltz in when she wants, because she literally waltzed in when she felt like it. And just like start like sowing these seeds of like doubt in everybody, and kind of like started like that fucking Viking vampire. I couldn't stand him. I couldn't stand him. I love the scene where Dracula like finally puts him in his place. And then like when he's finally when Isaac kills him off, like it was just like,
dude, that scene was great.
Yes. Finally, yes, because this guy was an absolute nuisance, and I mean, I don't think he was supposed to be likable, but God, did he like claw at me whenever he was on the screen.
He was he was a Viking, so like I guess that whole
Viking is a verb, dude. Just so you know, Viking is a verb.
He literally called himself a Viking. So
well, I don't think the
people that made I don't think the people that made the show really put attention to the historical detail.
I don't think so either, Jonathan.
He called himself a Viking. I'm gonna call him a Viking.
I'm just kidding.
No, but yeah, he fit that berserker like wild man archetype.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what he was, just an archetype. But
well, I mean, they showed that scene. I'm guessing it was like it was a dream, right?
Yeah, where he goes on his rampage.
He's like hunting down some knights or whatever. He just jumps to his longship, fucking howling at whatever. Once he lands on there. Yeah,
I just felt like he was on screen.
He's like, aha, blood.
I just felt like he was on screen a little bit too long when they introduced an entire council of vampires that are going to be working for Dracula. And
yeah, they don't really focus on all the other ones.
My point exactly.
Him and Carmilla. Yeah,
my point exactly. They could have balanced this character with, one of the other characters that is part of the council. You know, you get me?
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah, so he was. I feel maybe just the worst part of this. I feel that maybe he was the worst part of this season for me. I couldn't stand the character.
I mean, yeah, he wasn't the best. Yeah, I mean, thinking about it, they don't really have a lot of humans this season.
No, actually, that was gonna be one of my other points, is that like this season really excuse me. That was actually going to be one of my other points, is that this season really kind of takes that was going to be one of my other points. This season, the human characters take a back seat, and like really like the narrative here is about Dracula's council and Carmilla's manipulation. It's all set up for what happens at the end of the season with Carmilla.
Yeah, well, I mean, they probably knew where they were going.
I think so, but
They just didn't want to drag out Dracula's appearance for too long. Because I guess making him the big bad for the entire series wouldn't have given the characters a lot of room to grow. You know what I mean? Because the goal is this. This is how strong you need to get. Yeah. Once you kill him off, you know what happens. But right. I think like by setting it up like they did,
it's kind of like with Inuyasha, where I forget his name, but you know the villain. He's the one that they spend the entire series chasing after, right? And it kind of just starts to feel a little bit like meandering midway through the series. And I mean, that's exactly what happened. I guess I can see your point. I can see that. I don't know. I just think that they had a really good character with Dracula, and
yeah, Dracula's a great character, dude.
All right, let's just go ahead and throw it out there. Let's just go ahead and throw it out there. Dracula dies. Dracula dies, and Carmilla is set up to be the big bad for season 3. I don't like it.
Indeed.
I don't like it, but I think that's because I really liked Dracula. I understood where he was coming from. I mean, I don't personally agree with Dracula's methods, but like I understood the guy. I got his grief. I understood where he was coming from, and that it made it really hard to, I guess, like cheer for, Trevor and Alucard and Sylphie, going after him. Because I could see both angles. And then now, like, with him gone, and then they just introduce an evil character to be the big bad.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like it kind of, like, removes that nuance that they had with their central villain. And then they just gave us, like, this she-demon.
A she-demon? Well, I mean, a power-hungry, greedy she-demon, if anything.
Yeah.
Because right from the get-go, like, once they were starting to make plans, she was making plans of her own to basically betray Dracula.
That girl walked in with a plan. That girl knew exactly what she was doing the minute she walked in. She literally waltzed in when she felt like it, because she was like, you know what? I think I'm going to take over. I think this is my chance. And she gets it. She gets it. And it's kind of like, it's weird because it's like our main characters are our heroes in this story. They succeed in their goal, right? But in turn, they go ahead and kind of like hand Carmilla exactly what she was setting out to do. So it's like good, but then it's also kind of bad,
Yeah.
So I mean, it like sets it up in an interesting way for the next season. I don't know. It just doesn't really jive with me.
Yeah, the flow's kind of choppy.
Mm-hmm.
The flow from the first season to the season 2 ending. Yeah, because the story in my eyes gets advanced well enough, but the progression of how things go, it just doesn't. It doesn't seem natural.
Okay, so let me ask you, because you said the first time you watched it around, you were kind of like, meh, whatever. But the second time around, you appreciated the season a lot better. So what was it that you liked it? What was it that you did like about it? What worked for you?
Oh, shit. Well, again, because the first time I watched it, I didn't really pay attention. But this time, I actually got a lot of the details that I missed the first time.
Okay. And you like those details? Or what were those details?
It's the fact that, like, for example, how did Hector end up teaming up with Carmilla, quote unquote teaming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or how did Isaac end up away from the castle?
Oh, you missed all of that?
I missed all of that. Like, I watched it, but I missed it.
Jonathan, I watched season 2 while I was editing, and I caught these details.
I'm not a good watcher of things, dude. I don't pay attention.
It's because
I
you're
get
too
distracted.
it's
Dude,
because you're
I
too
don't
busy
think you
talking. No,
understand.
it's because you're too busy talking to the TV. Like, hey, I like that shirt. I think I want that shirt. Dracula, where'd you get your shirt from?
Hey, low-key, Alucard is the best dressed character in this series. And Trevor with the freaking fur coat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal his look.
Yeah, Trevor does look dope in that fur coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, I mean, it's like I told you. I get distracted by things. I get distracted from shows, and I get distracted from episodes just by random things.
No, that's fine. That's fine, Jonathan. I'm not trying to harp on you for it. I mean, it's just that because like I'm coming at this from the perspective that I didn't really care for this season. I feel like it was a step down from what we got season 1. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I can tell you exactly what it is that I don't like. I don't like the cabinet. I felt like they spent too much time focusing on one character that was, I mean, okay, whatever. And then the human characters, our central cast, kind of like they take a step back. Sylphie, who she's the magician that is part of this very specific group and stuff. Like the group goes away. So we don't really know what goes on with them. The church is like completely gone here at this point. I mean, like, did the interaction with the bishop in that demon, or how like season 1 ended with Trevor and Alucard and Sylphie like defeating or saving that town and the speakers, like, was that it for the church? Like, I don't know. Is this stuff that's gonna be answered in season 3? I don't know, but it wasn't here, and it was because there was so much like petty bullshit spent time on these Viking or the Viking character that just fucking was around to get killed by a human. And granted, I like the human. I like very much sympathize with him, but ultimately, what was his point?
Which human are we talking about?
Isaac, when he killed the Viking.
Oh, Godbrand. Probably a very heavy-handed way of saying the council sucks. I don't know.
Well, yeah, we don't even know the council. As far as we know the council, we know one character that's dead already, and the other one who took over for Dracula after she betrayed him. Like, can you tell me anything about these other characters?
One of them looked vaguely Asian, and she turned into mist. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's true. I did see that. I remember that.
Yeah. I don't know, the one with the turban had the best death in my opinion.
Okay, Jonathan, but now at this point, you're just talking about character designs. I'm asking you, like, as far as the narrative goes, like, what worked for you?
They're pointless. They're pointless as far as the story goes. I think they were just exposition to show, like, oh, Dracula has tendrils all over the world because they're from all over the world. But that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, it might have been just like kind of like a subtle way to reference this like bridge that they eventually maybe hope to cross with moving beyond Wallachia. But yeah, I don't know, man. Hector, I think, was definitely the weaker human character. I thought there was this really interesting point with Isaac saying that, like, well, I don't really care for Hector. Like, you would think that, like, because they're the two humans and they're part of this team, that maybe, like, they had, like, this, they were kind of like kindred spirits in a way, that they understood each other because they both decided to turn their backs on humanity and, serve Dracula and try to help him reach his goal. And then, like, when it's pointed out that they don't really care for each other, like that was interesting, because the angle of, like, well, I mean, he's still technically a human and I don't like humans. Like, I don't know, like, I liked that, and I forgot why I brought that up in the first place.
Something to do with the council being weak.
Oh,
and how the characters
yeah. I mean, like, okay, so
are pretty
when those two,
forgettable.
yeah, I guess so. When those two characters were introduced, like he gives them the power, which I think is there's something to say about Dracula that even though he's decided that he is going to wipe out humanity because of what they did to his wife, like he still has it in his heart to he has a soft spot for humans.
Yeah.
And these two humans here are the ones that like have like broken that wall that maybe only Lisa had been able to break up until that point. Does that make sense?
I mean, I don't think Dracula was clinging to any sort of humanity with the two human forgers.
No, but
Was
he
it forgers?
yeah, there were
Forge
foragers.
forces?
No, that's not necessarily what I'm saying, but I'm thinking that like I guess what I'm trying to say is that he had this respect for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Hector was he was the more easily manipulated one, and I think that he basically got what he deserved with Carmilla. But with Isaac, like he was like, you don't get to make a choice in this because I respect you too much, and he throws him into that portal, and just basically to save his life. And that's how Dracula continues to be a pretty cool guy in my eyes. I mean, sure, he was trying to wipe out humanity, but he saved Isaac.
Yeah, I have really nothing to add.
Okay.
You kind of took the wind out of my sails, man. You made me think about it too much.
Because I didn't like it?
Yeah, you make good points.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jonathan. I'm sorry.
Cool.
I mean, I was just kind of hoping that like we can have like this whole like back and forth about it, where you argue like why you did like it and why it's good and stuff. I'm sorry.
It's cool. It happens.
Okay.
I mean, action scenes, I guess. That's a positive. That's a plus.
Okay. I mean, yeah, they were fine. Like the fight with Dracula and Alucard at the end was cool. I liked that.
Cool.
I liked how when Isaac told Dracula that they were betrayed by Carmilla. Like I liked how there was like this army of vampires and that they were in like night gear, kind of like the way you would see like with a, like a standard army or whatever, like faceless grunts type, but they were covered in armor. I thought that was really cool.
The elf armor.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. When I first saw it, I was like, "What the fuck is this? Lord of the Rings?"
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
It tripped me up for a little bit. Oh, I was gonna mention something.
Sure.
Because you brought up the church and how it's like just non-existent.
Yeah.
In this season, but I mean the bishop, or at least the body of the bishop, does show up.
I don't remember that. Where was that?
When Dracula's when Dracula takes his forces to Brela, and they're trying to cross the bridge, and Carmilla and Hector take the body of the bishop.
Oh yes, because they were gonna forge him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean they forced them already.
Oh.
But they used them to bless the river.
Yes.
And then Carmilla's forces had raked the bridge to basically collapse, so that all of Dracula's forces would land in the water, and get hit by holy water, basically.
Yeah. Okay, you're right, and that was cool. I'll give it that. Look, I didn't like the season, but there was good stuff here too. It's just, as I said it, I feel like it was a step down. But the fight at the end where with the different vampires and stuff and like our three main characters, I felt like it's what I would imagine the action scenes in like a Castlevania video game to be like. Like if they were to kind of like go for like the action game type thing, I guess like maybe I don't know, Devil May Cry or something. I don't know.
Oh, dude, can you imagine a Castlevania series kind of like that?
With like that type of gameplay.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. Uh,
Although the whole whip action would probably remind you of like God of War or something.
Maybe I don't know. I haven't
Yeah.
played God of War, but I liked how Trevor was into his. He's really keen on his whip, and it's just like I know why. It's because he uses a whip in the game.
Dude, I remember that game. I remember playing the first one.
I re-downloaded the collection on my Switch, and I'm gonna try that third one so that maybe when we cover season 3, I can talk a little bit about the game.
Dude, I looked it up.
Yeah.
I looked all of that up.
Yeah.
I was so happy when you told. No, I mean I'm just conveying my happiness.
Are you talking about the Switch Online stuff?
Yeah, that I didn't know about, and then you told me about.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I did it, and it just clicked that like I could play the Castlevania games on there.
Yeah, they have an anniversary collection on there.
Ooh, I just might.
Yeah. Okay, so Alucard versus Dracula. You want to talk about it?
Dude, what is there to talk about? That fight was great. It was a great sequence, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
You start off all three of them coming in, kicking the forces of evil.
Yeah.
In their buttocks, and then I don't know, just the ending, dude.
The ending
was, it kind of got me. I'm not gonna lie.
The ending is what made the fight worth it to me.
Yeah.
Because when I was watching it, I was like, why isn't it Trevor? But that's kind of like how I thought at first. Like, why isn't it Trevor? Why is it Alucard? But the ending is what like justified it for me. When the fight eventually takes them back to Alucard's childhood bedroom. And okay, you know what? I just got it in my head. All right, I don't know why I was so stupid not to make this connection earlier, but they had a fight, off screen in season 1 and this is basically the rematch. And it's the connection of like father and son fighting and stuff on opposite sides or whatever, like Luke and Vader or whatever. But like the ending is what really sold it to me. It's really what convinced me that like, okay, yeah, this is what should have happened, and they made the right decision by having it be Alucard versus Dracula. I personally I think where I was before making this connections and stuff, stupid me, was that like, oh well, he's supposed to be Trevor's supposed to be the vampire hunter. He's the one that like should know how to like easily maneuver, and then like to have like him come up against like the big bad, the vampire, Dracula Tepes or however he whatever his name was, but the him like realizing that he is trying to kill the most precious gift that his wife gave to him, and like having the realization of that, and like having it just break his heart right in front of his son, as they're going while they're having this death match. It's so heartbreaking, and I think it just basically concludes the Dracula arc, which was kind of like the whole point. I know that, but the way that they executed it was, mwah, bravo.
Chef's kiss. Yeah, no, I completely agree. That specific part is what got me. I mean, it was the childhood room and everything, yeah, but when he says, the greatest gift that she gave me, and I'm trying to kill it. Oh, dude, that gave me goosebumps.
I'm getting emotional just thinking about it right now.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the whole point of this genocide that he's doing is that his wife died.
It's for his wife,
and he's grieving, and then you have your child, man.
And he's
what
trying
about
to kill
him?
his child. Yeah,
he's trying to kill him. Yeah, and they're trying to kill each other, basically.
Right.
And yeah, just that realization.
Yeah.
And the look in his face, it gets you, but it had to end,
When
unfortunately.
when Alucard told him that, or I think he said to Sylvie or someone, he was like, he was already dead. Um, I think it like really just kind of like it tells you everything about like Dracula. Like one of the characters, I guess, like I think it was Carmilla that like insulted him and like, or I think it might have been Alucard actually. One of the characters that were like, oh, that he's like basically writing the most ham-fisted suicide note or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when he says it like he was already dead, like it like I think it's his way of like sympathizing with his father and the grievement that he felt since his wife's death. And I don't know, I think like that was a moment where he felt probably like he understood his dad the best. Even if he didn't agree with him, and he felt that his dad needed to be dealt with.
Well, he needed to be stopped. He understood that his mother loved humanity so much. Like, I mean, you got to remember back to season 1, like when she was about to get burned, she was just pleading to the ether, basically, thinking that Dracula was gonna listen. Like, hey, if you're listening to this, just forgive them. They don't know what they're doing, dude.
Yeah,
talk about Christian imagery, right?
Oh shit! Yeah, you're
right. I just got that. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Damn. Din, 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 din. A little light bulb kind of like going off on your head.
It went off. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, season 1, man. Season 1 was
dude,
nice.
And then that very last scene in episode 8, where you just see Alucard sitting down crying, dude.
Oh my god, yeah, that got me too. When he's
so alone.
Yeah,
he's so alone.
Yeah, he's
Poor
alone.
Guy.
But I think that this was like his first chance to really grieve his mom, and then now his dad.
Oh, dude, talk about double whammy, dude.
Yeah, because like can you imagine like the psychological effect of like having to kill your dad because
he's destroying the world, basically.
Yeah, because he's mad about your mom dying. Oh man. But it's like at one point in the season when like we did spend time with the 3 characters, Sylvie, she tells Trevor like, oh, he's undoubtedly human, and I think that this was our chance, the viewers, to get to see Alucard be human, and what a way to show him being human, by showing him mourn his loss.
Yeah. It was absolutely, it was heartbreaking.
Yeah,
it really was. But I don't know, I feel like not hypothetically, like say for somebody who hasn't watched the 3rd season, it just gives you kind of hope.
I haven't seen the 3rd season yet.
No, there you go.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, so let me ask you, what aside from like, oh, that's kind of sad, that sucks for him, what does it make you think about Alucard for the future?
Honestly, I haven't really thought about it. I don't know, I just kind of assumed that like when he starts to get word of what's going on with Carmilla and her trying to take over, like I think that that's probably gonna pull him back in. But like, I mean, I feel like as far as his character arc goes, like it seems like it's just kind of done at this point. Like Alucard being part of this cast, his reason for being interesting was because he had a direct connection with the antagonist.
Yeah.
And with that guy,
like he's gone.
Yeah, which again is why I don't like Carmilla being set up to be the villain for the next season. Like I just feel like they really just had this great villain in this nuanced villain in Dracula, and then they just kind of
killed him off.
They killed him off too quickly. sure, like, I feel like we still would have got all of those emotional payoffs that we just gushed about a moment ago. But if they had ended it there and this was it, like, it was just these 2 seasons. This is the story of Castlevania, the Netflix series. It's just how we get how we take down Dracula. If that was it, like the emotional payoff, it's all there. It's there, and we can enjoy it. I don't know. Setting it up for season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I don't know. Money, I guess.
Money? Don't you think they would have made more money with the Dracula on the docket?
I mean,
Dracula.
The story's over, John.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, are you saying that, like, maybe, like, if they meandered a little bit in between and stuff, like, maybe, like, season 4 is where they killed Dracula? Like, is that what you're saying instead?
Well, no, because you're saying money, I guess, so I thought you meant, like, they probably killed them off for money.
Oh, no, I'm talking about, like, out of universe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about, like, with the writers and stuff and the creators of the
No,
show.
but that's what I mean. Like, why would they kill him off thinking it was going to make them more money? Like, wouldn't they make more money if they kept them on? Because Dracula is such an iconic character, regardless of, like, aside from the series.
I see what you're saying, and you know what? That I'm gonna go ahead and scrap that. I don't know. I'm gonna take that back. It's possible, and you and I have no way of really knowing this because neither of us are familiar with the video games and the lore behind the video games. Mm-hmm. It's possible that, like, okay, we're gonna finish this story arc that is part of this game. For like, maybe this game is season 1 and season 2, right? Now season 3 and season 4 is gonna be this other game. It's possible. It's possible that that's what it is.
Maybe.
That's the only realistic answer that I can think of, because I think you made a valid point with the whole money thing.
Yeah. Point for Jonathan.
Alrighty.
What do we have? Like 1 to like 10?
I don't know, man.
No. Yeah. I don't think there's really anything else you can say about this season. It advances the story, but it doesn't necessarily make it better.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed they, like, I don't know, resurrect Dracula or something. That'd be cool.
And you know what? If they manage to do that somehow, I think I'd be fine with it.
Amen.
Yeah, like, if I feel like that would be the way to make this story come full circle. Mm-hmm. Because I don't really understand the direction that they were heading in season, from season 2 to season 3. I haven't seen any of season 3 yet, but I just feel like from what was presented at the end, it was weak and frankly a little bit uninteresting to me. So yeah, if Dracula somehow comes back at the end, I think it would kind of save these decisions that they made. But it would also just depend on how they do it and what they do with him.
Yeah. Yeah, they can't go just ahead and resurrect them for no reason other than, like, oh, we should bring this character back. They need to have a good basis for why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Alrighty, John. I think we are tapped out with season 2. I think this is the most negative I've ever been on something that we've ever discussed here.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it. I try not to be negative about things that we talk about.
Well, I mean, it happens. You're entitled to, like, not like everything. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, the season, the big reason why I appreciated it again is because I actually paid attention this time. So, like, I caught on to a couple details that I hadn't caught on before.
Understandable. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I personally just feel that it was a step down where, like, we did season 1 and I was, like, gushing about it. Alrighty, so
It happens, yeah.
we'll see everybody next time for season 3 of Castlevania.
Castlevania.
Hi, Mom.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Mom. Bye, everybody.
Adios.